Granddaddy.
Hey.
So I had to catch an emergency flight out here because in Gary there was no type of lights. We've been out 8 days, no lights.
You done had this baby up there for
8 days, no lights.
What, in Indiana?
They're not doing nothing about it. Nothing.
The whole city?
The whole entire city pitch black.
No way.
Niggas is robbing niggas.
What?
They out there trying to purge.
No way.
I said, yeah, let me go
So,
on.
so,
Get
so
the
you
fuck up out
mean
of
to tell me
here.
the lights been off? And it ain't been on the news?
8
Ain't
days.
the news?
No, nothing.
I ain't heard about
The
that.
gas
She
stations
tired of
ran.
it. She
Come on,
tired
boo.
of it.
The
She
gas
tired of
stations
it.
The
everything.
gas stations done ran out of gas. Don't nobody drive. The whole entire city is pitch black.
You heard about that, Dad?
No, this is my first time hearing
I
about
heard
it
about it, but I didn't know that it was like that.
Pitch black. 8 days now. Tomorrow will be the 9th. And I'll be here till them bitches get back on.
That's crazy. We're gonna have to post some. We're gonna have to say something about this because ain't nobody
Crazy.
talking about this.
Nobody's
Ain't
talking about it.
this.
That's crazy.
She said she ready to go with some lights.
She
Look,
ready to go lights.
she listen, you ready to
She said that's it, like us, and let them be lights. I'm going to the light, baby. It's Indiana, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Gary, Indiana.
That's
Yes.
crazy, y'all. We got to say something
They
about
got these children in Indiana with their lights off. This don't make no sense.
Y'all, we got hit so bad, y'all. Look at my, and I'm stuck here.
I gotta go check on Lou.
We're stuck here.
I gotta go get the dog.
Everything down.
I can't leave him down there.
I can't even leave my house, bro.
All right, shalom, back on another video. Before I get started, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash. Also, we give up honors to the elders and apostles of GMS that taught me this truth. All right, so this is a response to two of the clips I just played, man, and what's going on in Gary, Indiana, with the power outage, and you not only do that, okay, you even have Arizona having blackouts, okay, and there's a reports of a 18-month blackout, okay, with the grid, okay, which we know this whole everything that's going on here is staged, you know what I'm saying? But just to stay on topic, man, you know, the Heavenly Father, he's done holding his tongue, okay? And, you know, as we get closer and closer, you know, things are starting to intensify, okay? The labor pains, okay, are starting to increase, okay? With all these signs that we were told to look for, okay, it was another earthquake, I think, in Peru, you know, and you know, these things, we get excited when we see these things, man, because we know that these words are faithful and true, okay? But going back to these videos, man, it just compelled me to just do a video, and I'm going to bring Amos 3 and 6 out. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid, okay? And that trumpet is being blown by the servants of prophets, okay, trying to give Jake that warning. All right, to return back to the Heavenly Father. All right, shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it? Right. So it's the Heavenly Father that's doing this. Okay. And when you go into the word evil, it just means calamity. Okay, a bad time. Okay. And this is what we're seeing. All right. And you know, we're witnessing collapse of an empire. Okay. America, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. All right, let's get Isaiah 29 and 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Okay, so that's all Yahweh Bashem Shai's will is doing. Okay, he brought destruction to that place, okay? And they've been without power for like 8 days or 2 weeks, for what I was seeing. Okay, they were talking about the shelves, no food on the shelves. Okay, scriptures talk about the sown places should be unsown. Okay, and this is just the beginning of sorrows, okay? And, you know, Gary, Indiana, that's a rough area. Okay. I grew up not too far from over there. Okay, that's rough. Real hood over there. All right. So you got saying people that's purging it. Oh, I believe it. You know, those YNs, they taking advantage of that. Okay. And it's going to get worse. Okay. People are going to start, you know, wilding out. Okay. Breaking into stuff, breaking into people's houses, stealing people's goods. Okay. Those were times that we're in. Okay. And this is what, you know, the prophets, okay, starting with the elders and GMS, been warning for years. Okay. So we're here now to where that vision is now speaking. Okay. It's plain as day. All right. So that leads me to 2nd Esdras 8:50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world." Okay. And that latter time is talking about now. Okay. So that's going into, you know, severe trouble, suffering, distress. Okay. That's what we're seeing. All right. So just a matter of time. All these things that's taking place is just the beginning of sorrows. Things are going to get worse than that. All right. And this is what we're trying to warn Jake to return back to Yahweh Bashan Yahushai before it's too late. Okay. Because now, they talking about that grid's going to be, it's going to be a blackout. Okay. That means these videos, you're not going to be able to get this knowledge, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. And that's going to lead us to the family of the word. So this is why it's important to take heed while you can. Right? Get the understanding while you can. All right? Because Esau is about to fill his belly with this new world order. All right? And this is what time we're coming in. All right? So, you know, their whole agenda is to collapse this system. Okay? They got to collapse this system to bring up the new system. All right. So all this is just a stage. Okay. Whether it's Esau's doing it, you know, but the Heavenly Father, he controls all things. All right. So, you know, the trumpet is being blown. Let's get this last preset real quick. Just a quick little video. I think it's 2nd Esdras. I'm starting 18. This is start 17. This is 2nd Esdras 16 verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Okay. And it's talking about these days that we're coming upon. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Okay. So what you seen was going on with, you know, let's say across the world, man, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. But this is just the beginning of sorrows, okay? And great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginnings of war, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as a scourge of amendment, okay? So pretty much this punishment, this judgment that the Heavenly Father is sending out is to correct you Israelites. Okay? It's meant to correct you. Okay? But that's why I was going to say here, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? So even though all these things are happening, okay, you know, Jake is still not going to turn from their wickedness. Okay. And, you know, it's because their pride. Okay. Scripture's talking about the Israelites, Israel, you know, speaking of the 2/3, is a rebellious house. Okay. Stiff-necked, hard-headed. Okay. And, you know, this is why you're going to have 2/3 of our people be unalive. All right. So I just had to, you know, give my 2 cents on that, man. And, Yeah, scriptures talk about when you see these things happening, look up because your redemption is near. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. You know, because redemption is near. Right. It says Luke 21:28, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draw nigh. Right, because we're closer than what we think we are. All right. So you know, things are moving. Prophecy is moving. You know, everything is being set in order. All right. So that's all I got through the spirit. I hope this video was edifying, and I want to say shalom.